Hey there, team, and welcome to Asgiliath. Oh, this is a beastie fight. Ah, cool. Okay. Nice. Oh, shoot, I see. Okay, we've got a good attack on Osgiliath. That's quite a nice little concept. Alright. Let me just have a quick check to make sure I'm actually recording. I'm pretty sure I am, but good. Always worth a quick look. So, beastie. What do we have? We've got triple Gondor anyway. So, he's got his Gondorian archers, Fountain Guard, some civies there, nice reclaiming their home, Citadel Guard, Gondorian archers with a beefy armor upgrade, Marksmen of Caer Andros, Pilgrim Marines, and Gondorian infantry. Lots of armor upgrades all around by the looks of things. For sure, not a bad idea, nice and cheap as Gondor. He's got some Gondorian Cav, which, deploying on this side, it's not, like, I don't think it's too necessary, but it's fair. And then Pilgrim Marines. If he knew, like this thing, I'm terrible at knowing where I am on certain maps. Like, if I knew for certain I was going to be deployed here, I wouldn't have taken Cav. I would only take Cav if I'm going to be on the other side, just to counter the enemy Cav as they come on out. Anyway, he's got them. So, Thelian Rangers here for the Womb Raider. What do you have out front? Lots of Gondorian infantry. Again, lots of armor upgrades. Very tough to be breaching through. Gondor is very dwarven in a lot of ways. They can just tank and just grind away at you, or withstand your grinding for a long time. Axemen of Lassanac, lots, again, massive armor values for these double armor upgraded Axemen of Lassanac. And yeah, that will be lovely. So if they do end up taking a bit of shots as they're moving, Raven Helms of Caer Andros and more Raven Helms of Caer Andros. He looks like he's gathering everything up there. We'll have a quick glance at it after. And then we've got Rohan here. It looks like probably a Mladris over there. That's nice. I like that. Triple Gondor, one Rohan, and an Mladris. Oh yeah, it makes a good bit. Or Dol Amroth. I think it's probably Dol Amroth. Helm's Hammers there. Medicel Guard. Eastmark Spears. Lots of Riddermark Axemen. Again, you know, more AP, more two-handed AP, not quite the same level of armors. Armors? Why do I keep saying armors? But the value of that shield is going to be useful. Shield mains of Rohan there too, and lots of shield mains of Rohan. Good. No cavalry today, which is not a bad idea. As I say, unless you're deploying on the other side, I just don't think you need to. We've got the first attacker over on this side is Stewie. So he's got his Darnostian Spearmen, Berthal Champions, Dornernal Swords, and Dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan, and some Darnastian Spears too. Black Swan Renegades, Belfast Marines, Dornernal Archers, some pikes at the back there, armored. Yes, yeah, that. No, maybe not. I don't think I'm just seeing that that left arm is armored up, but maybe not. I think they get a full plate when and they get the different helmet too. I do love the look of them without the armor upgrade, but I always give it to them. And then the Haven Guard and some standard Dornernal Swordsmen in the back. Very militia, like very lower tier from Stewie, which is interesting. Yeah, a lot of numbers over here is not a bad idea, for sure, because you've only got 2 players over here, so you're gonna have to, you know, have the numbers to grind away for a bit longer, and you've also got a much larger area to attack from, so you need those numbers to spread it across. We've got Tintin here as he's got some Gondor militia. No armor upgrades for the Gondor militia. Behind them, some infantry. Looks like the militia were just a quick little grab at the end with what's left of his money. Actually, Pilgrim Marines, he doesn't have much armor at all across his boys. Raven Helms, Fountain Guard in the back, Nimlothian Honor Guard, some Athelian Rangers there, and some slightly upgraded Gondorian archers. Over here we've got infantry. Again, yeah, no armor. These are the guys getting pulled over. Some axemen. Okay, cool. I thought for a second that what we had here was like Tintin being the much less armor upgrades, much more sort of rapidly gathered forces from the west, and the more battle-hardened or well-equipped forces from the east coming in to retake it. And then, of course, yeah, this militia force from Dol Amroth arriving too. Of course, the speed of Rohan, they were able to sort of get around to the eastern side. These are some garrison troops in the east. We'll see what we've got defending it. Looks like the Black of Mordor. So he's tricky. Yeah, that's definitely a Mordor on the defense. Beastie did give me a run through, which... Would I have a read through that? Just means that it's a longer editing time later. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll go through the enemy armies, I'll pause it, and then go and have a read through. See if BC's got any special rules or something like that that I should mention, because it is important. Oh yeah, we've always got I always like to show this off when we get the rebuilt as Gileath. Where are we? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I think that was like the original like map maker of Osgiliath. I can't quite remember. The boys explained to me at some time, but it's always fun to see that little portrait in there. I remember I found it on accident once. I was very perplexed, but no, nice to see. Let's see if there's a nice thumbnail while we're at it here. Just some nice armored up Gondorians chilling out in Osgiliath. That looks quite nice. What about these guys back here? The Fountain Guard. That looks pretty good, right? Yeah, something. Because if I just take a thumbnail right now, it just means I'm ready for action then. Come on, let's get those fists raised up. That might look nice. No, you're not gonna... Nah, you ain't gonna do it for me again. That's fine, that's fine. 5,000 frames. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It makes sense. They gotta take their time. They gotta get ready. Let's go to 6 times speed for a sec. Never feels like it actually starts feeling like you're going slower, but you are going faster at 6 times speed than you are at 2 times speed. You're not actually going 6 times as fast. The game can't really handle going that quick. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the defenders want to do. Do they want to try and defend the river crossing, or do they want to defend the gates? Usually, I would recommend rushing out and defending the river crossing, so that you've basically got the enemy limited, or the attackers limited to just the bridge and the river crossing. Maybe not even the bridge, but mainly they'll come through the river crossing. So it's cuts it down instead of them sort of trying to get through the gate. But the issue with that is, since there's a lot of Gondor on the attack, and if you're Mordor, you're not going to be able to outshoot Gondor, even though the attackers have not really brought heavy ranged armies this time around. So we got Modexa as the first of the defenders here. Orc Javi's there. Sauron's well. We're going to be seeing some very expensive armies here. Oh, I love that. I've never really looked at the captain of the Minas Morgul chosen. He's very menacing. But he's got his nice heavy armored spear boys to his side as well. There's probably going to be like experience and melee upgrades in these guys as well. More on infantry and some Minas Morgul chosen. Some humans of Rhun just to add in a bit more quality. Tribesmen, shadowbows, some ranger fire for sure. Nazgul are worked in amongst all of this. The Oleg High. Gamp Rim, lots of Gamp Rim, and some camels chosen with some Scion Rim there from Demons of MG. I've not seen that name before. Lokna Rim, Flag Rim there, Flag Rim, and more on halberds. Commanded by the Warius. Yes, I'm not sure who that is either. Troll Drummers and more Olokai, but these are Warius's Olokai. Narim there. Uruk Captains, that's where he's got his general there. Out front, quite close to the battle lines. Minas Morgul chosen, double Minas Morgul chosen, and Sauron's will for the AP to crack through that armor. Double shadow bows. Wait, how many shadow bows is that then? Or the rest of its forces? No, yeah, I was counting that wrong. Yeah, so just 2 shadow bows there. Some Dragon's Wrath crossbowmen, that's more body piercing fire. Temple Guard there, Nazgul and Uruk Captains from Modexa. I really think this is going to come down to those crossbows and those rangers, but more so those crossbows just to the heavy armor that the attackers have here. Troll Catapult, some Minas Morgul chosen. Shadowbows up top. We do have, Mordor does have access to the nice Numenorians, or black Numenorians with their body piercing fire. Halberds there. Melkor's chosen rushing out. I was worried about this. We don't have any spears over here. We don't have any spears. This could be very messy. 10-10. Really, really messy indeed. Orc Javies. And Sauron's well over here. Some more Temple Guard. Oh, if we came over with like cavalry to try and battle, the Temple Guard would blast us too. That's not gonna be easy. But yeah, it really looks like Modexa is over here. Not Modexa, sorry. The Warius is over there. We've got our runic player, Demons of MG, is over here, and largely Modexa defending this area. He's not going to sally out and take that section. He's going to be just defending the gates, which I think, as I say, is a good idea. But he's going to need some support because he is fighting 3 players over there. But it does mean that the guys can really focus 1v1 for a little while. So I'm going to have a quick check on the rules, see if there's anything fancy I need to mention. Be right back. Okay, no, we have no special rules here. So we are okay to just get underway. And as I say, I'm expecting a charge with that cavalry. Good stuff, Warius. And this is going to hurt. Yeah, infantry, nothing. No cavalry here. If I know I'm going to be deploying over on this side, I will definitely bring, you know, a horse unit. That's a shame. The Fountain Guard are the only unit that we could get. Nimlith can own a card, of course, but this is just going to be painful. There's no range units over here. Oh god, this is going to be bloody. Yeah, because every hit they're going to be able to just rinse people and take very little damage doing it. We saw that.
Our enemy has command of the castle.
Yep, that was quite a lot of casualties there, and no damage in response. Wasn't a mass casualty situation, but it really was. Yeah, they took nothing in response. It's gonna be very painful for 1010, and we're just lucky that Rhun doesn't have anything to send out here, or we didn't take a Dunheim Lancers. You see, I would have. No, I get that. Yeah, I would have probably done it, but you shouldn't do it. I would have been really tempted to charge those Axemen Lasanak straight on, but 1010 was kind of wanting that. He would have taken a lot of losses, but his men would have hacked away with their axes and dealt a few casualties. They've actually, yeah, okay, they've gotten more hurt than I thought they would. But Warius has got to be microing the heck out of these guys, which is just meaning that for the full time, 1010 is rushing in, you know, coming in here, there, and everywhere, and he's not being able to send anything up to counter these guys because he's microing the heck out of them. Melkor's chosen. This ladder's going to get in his way. Oh, alright, okay, he did actually kill those guys, but, you know, these ladders are saving the day. It looks like when you give the attack order, the cavalry is naturally going toward the ladders, they're not going toward the infantry block. Whereas if they went for the infantry block, it would hurt really badly. These rebuilt towers are hammering some shots, but lucky for 1010, they're shooting at his siege weaponry. Now here's the thing. I don't think it's a bad idea for Stewie and 1010 to wait, to hold back for a little while, because as I say, they're by themselves. But 1010's going all in. Stewie's holding back. And I just think... But, I mean, goodness me, I don't blame Stewie at all, but at the same time, like, when your ally next to you is getting stuck in, and maybe he's kind of instinctively wanting to get stuck in because he's a bit, you know, he's a bit shocked by the cavalry and he's just wanting to rush, but I don't know. The boys are nowhere near ready to come at you, and you want to be attacking at the same time that they attack. So 1010 might calm down, but he might not. And he might just 1010 might just have to settle for the idea that he's just going to get stuck in and just get some kills, or get as many kills as he can. What happened with the cav? Did we get that back inside? Or is it still wreaking havoc? It's still wreaking havoc out there. We're trying to. Ouch. Gondorian archers taking a little bit of a beating, but they can shoot down those Melkor's chosen if they want to. For all honest, you know, yeah. 1010's done not bad a job with what he's had array, you know, with the army composition he's set up there. Trying to do this, he's done all right. And I think Warius has gotten quite unlucky with where his cav is charged. So this could have been far, far worse for 1010 than it is being. But still, I think he's been forced to just launch into this attack when he really shouldn't. He really should be holding his ground for a little while. And I think it's gonna hurt. There are some Perthel riders from Stewie running on over. That's great. I don't actually think they have an anti-cavalry bonus, but they're going to be able to just harass Melkor's chosen a bit, absorb a charge for them if they need to. You know, absorb a charge for the infantry, I mean. No, dearie me. Quite nasty indeed. What are we at? You know, 3 for 1, so that's what we expected, but Sauron's well going towards just heavy axes crashing against each other is quite nice to see. As I say, those Sauron's well very skilled, as are the Axemen Lasanak, but I suspect Sauron's well might have a melee upgrade, little things just tipping the scales in their favour, and also you always want to be fighting on your own walls where you've got your entire unit ready to go. Over here 1010's got, I would have thought maybe better luck here, but oh, routing, that's a shame from the boys. Yeah, bolting off there. That's a nice beefy unit, because they would have had a little bit of an advantage because of the Spear Malice and the Ministerial Chosen. I'm quite interested to see that we've got no Blackguard of Barad-dûr amongst the defenders. Now, Blackguard of Barad-dûr, they're of course good for pushing, but they're also great for just having that high mass, just holding a line and not being pushed through, not being pushed around. So you do often see them mixing their way in or out, and also counter pushes have worked very well for people in the past in siege defenses. Shadowbow's rattling some shots in, but I'm sure he's happy enough with that. Yeah, looks like it was stopped. Oh dear. Yeah, this first attack is getting a little bit scary for the attackers. But, I mean, they've inflicted some casualties, but they've not done enough. But it is keeping Warriors busy, and it's going to mean that the Womb Raider and Beastie and so on attacking from this side, and their Rohirrim ally, who is... if I remember... there he is. Morris. Good. Again, yeah, a lot of well-known names. Guys that know what they're up to here. I definitely think... yeah, I mean, with Beastie, the Womb Raider, and Morris on this side, this is the scary side. I just don't recognize our Dol Amroth player's name. Oh wait, no, Stewie. Oh, of course it's Stewie. Yeah. Oh wow. Siege tower going on fire. Luckily we didn't have anybody in that. Lots of firepower going out. Yeah, so Stewie is coming forward here, which I think it would have been much better if they had just been able to hold back. But because his ally across the way is getting stuck in, he needs to kind of just move too, and just really advance the speed of this battle. Narim rattling some shots into Black Swan Renegades. It's a bit unfortunate, but to be honest, if those Black Swan Renegades, they're a bit spread out like that, they're taking that fire straight to the face. They don't have a great shield value, but they've got some good armor. It is what it is, you know. I wouldn't be crying about that. Somebody's got to take the beating. I'd prefer it not to be the Black Swan Renegades, prefer it to be the Tarnassian Spears, but you got to do what you got to do. I quite like Stewie's army, actually. I think it would have been quite fun to play this. If I had to pick an army, I think either Stewie's or Morris's. I would have quite enjoyed. I like Rohan in the Siege. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy playing Rohan in the Siege. You can do them quite Rude Hour-esque, right? Quite bloody, that charge. And coming in right for another one too that really hurt. Javelins coming into the Melkor's Chosen. Going to be dropping some of them. But still, the amount of casualties that the Melkor's Chosen inflicted, they pretty much blunted that. They really helped to blunt that attack. Is there anything still cracking away on the walls? No. No. And the really few casualties for the warriors. Oh wait, over here. Okay, no, Sauron's wall over there got a bit bloodied. A lot of ammunition's been coming out onto these guys though. Got to keep in mind the towers are constantly hitting us. Those are free kills. You know, those towers don't have any ammunition supplies. They just fire. And they'll keep firing through the entire fight if they're able to. So once you do get yourself in the range of the towers, you kind of, especially when there's so many towers, you want to get involved as quickly as you can. But at the same time, you don't want it to get silly, because they're not doing that much damage to you. You know, over the course of a full minute, you're probably lucky if that tower's killing, like, what, 4 guys? Yeah. Or unlucky as an attacker. These Dornernal Swordsmen taking a bit of a beating from... I think that's still getting their shield. I think that's coming in from the front, to be honest. I do like this Dornernal Swordsman. I've always been a big fan of like this sort of padded armor. I remember way back in 3rd Age Reforged, not 3rd Age Reforged, way back in just the standard 3rd Age, the Dale armies made big use of that. Like the Dalian swordsmen looked very much like the Dornernal swordsmen, just of course without the Dol Amroth iconography on them. Coming on over here, yeah, Stewie able to make a more careful attack, and coming in, yeah, great stuff. You know, bust open every hole you can. Now, because they're sort of fighting a 2v1 over here, they're just not going to get in. Like, and they need to take their time because, like, whereas Medexa is sort of fighting a 1v3 right now, and he's just kind of hoping that his allies, and he's got backup, like, waiting there, but he's hoping that his allies can defeat the Western attackers and then come and join him. So the boys here need to push it, which they are doing. They're coming in as fast as they can. They have a long way to come. We need another ram, boys. Why do we only have 1 ram? Let me have a quick check. Where's the other rams? Come on, lads. We needed to bust open both those gates at the same time. But it looks like we're maybe going to rush in. See, there's a bit of a disagreement here. It looks like Morris was wanting to spend his jav. Oh no. No, this is Morris pushing his ram. No, no, he's not. Just this one guy deciding that these silly Gondorians are not pushing the ram fast enough, so he was helping them out for a sec. He wants to come in here and start yeeting his jabs on through into the halberds, which I like. Those halberds are unshielded. This is a low damage javelin, so yeah, perfect. You can't get any better. Come on, boys. More javelins there. There we go. Now the full unit can't do it, but because a lot of them are blocked, their vision's blocked. But if we can just do this, but this is taking time. And as I say, like, we need to come in fast. So I don't know, but I guess they're waiting for the other gate to get broken. How are we at here? 12 for 4. That's starting to get a little bit scary for the attackers. This fire just from the runic fire arrows, just lingering. Haven waiting there. Yeah, tower's still just pinging away, but not really. Especially if they're getting the front of a Belfast Marine. They're going to be okay. Busting that in. Yeah, just caution. Just taking it slow. Now, these Melkos Chosen are surely dead by now, right? Oh, dear. Earthal Riders were about. Right, Tintin, just take our time now. Oh, looks like, oh, very naughty. These guys might break. Are they going to break? Are they going to break? They need to get pulled back. Yeah, wavering. I'm surprised they didn't break, because they were wavering before those halberdiers arrived. But yeah, this is, it's naughty. It's a naughty strategy, but this is what he needs to do just now. Just come in and out, throw his jabs, just take the attention, let Warius know, hey, you've got to focus on me. Hey, I'm still here. Hello, but not actually waste his lives, because yeah, he's already taken a lot of casualties, and he needs to be there to back up his allies and strike. Or just, yeah, keep Warius from moving into Sport Medexa. That's his primary concern. So, in case you're quite new, this bridge can't be used. In the destroyed version of Osgiliath, it is broken. I don't actually think that this bridge can be used either. I think it's only on, like, Divide and Conquer that you can use this bridge. I don't think we can. I might be wrong in that, but yeah. How did we go here? Javelins. We killed a few. We killed quite a few, and we're kind of just like sitting with them there. They're trying to tease them into coming forward. Sauron's, well, oh dear, not fun. Yeah, as I say, playing like Rudauer. You know, that's the way Rohan kind of has to do a siege attack or a siege defense. You know, like, think of them as wild men. Think of them as these tribal attackers. You know, of course, quite demeaning for the noble warriors of Rohan to be treated that way, but that's what they're good at in a siege. You know, they throw stuff at you. They've got high damage. You know, they fight like Rudauer. They fight like a wild man. You know, they're not just cavalry, as most skilled players know. But I'm just saying this for the sake of, like, newer players that just think they have to take 50 cavalry units every time. I still just get dreams of my or nightmares, I should say, of that glorious, or that what should have been a glorious Khand versus Rohan siege that ended before it started, when one of our attackers brought an entire cav army. Oh, goodness me. The attack was going so well, and if we had one more army, it would have been fine. But no, alas, we did not. Entirely cavalry force getting wiped out. Ooh, good catch there, boys. Wanderers and Nimrodel, very good, Stewie. I mean, of course, they're still going to be able to use up their ammunition, but that's cut a lot of their DPS, and it's just dead defenders. You know, when you're attacking with rangers, you've got to lower your expectations. You're not going to get those monster kills that you're expecting as a defender. So little catches like that, where you do just rip through, you know, a good number, it's great. Oh, Temple Executioners, can we get jabs in them? Oh, my goodness me. Very nice. Tintin just getting some little victories over here. Even dropped one of them, and these guys are here. I mean, yeah, little ping, ping, ping. Why not, boys? Oh, got him! He got him! Good man. Very nice. Oh, that's such... It's annoying. It's annoying for Warius, but, you know... Oh, and he's coming at him. Good for you. Okay. He's not just holding back. He's not just waiting. But, I mean, maybe he should. The Ravenhelms will do their best here, but they are very outclassed by even on-armor upgraded Temple Executioners here. But still, it's a nice counter to the Saurons well, who come in there with that big axe, just like, you know, like they did with the Losanic Axemen, expecting you really just to be relying on your armor. The Ravenhelms are no, they're sword masters, and they're gonna batter you off. They're gonna parry those huge axe blows with that pretty heavy sword. But there's nothing here. What would be really nice is, even if he's not going to climb anything more, if he's just got a unit to put at the bottom. Oh, ouch. Javies. If he's got a unit to just put at the bottom here, just to kind of buff their morale, stop them from wanting to bolt if they've got a fresh unit nearby. Even if you're not going to send it in, it just makes your troops feel a little bit happier. I think they're going to end up breaking, unfortunately, but they're using some javelins up on their troops, damaging the Temple Executioners a little bit more, and he's coming in over here. You see, man, I love it. I love the aggression, but I just don't think it's a good idea. I think patience is what's necessary. No, that's a lie. No, that the announcer got confused there. Yeah, no, we've not lost half of our men. We're beastie over here, so we've definitely not lost half of our men. And again, Morris doing his thing over here. It's very possible that the three attackers over here might just be kind of rolling with the idea that the boys on the west, they're not going to make it. So if we try to rush in and ruin our attack, it's maybe they're just kind of packing it in and just coming in nice and careful, nice and slow, and just whatever happens on the west happens. I mean, Stewie's making a good push there. We're really evening the scales. Shadowbow is getting rushed down by some renegades. Crossbow, ooh, goodness me. I mean, if the Dragon's Wrath crossbows were sent in to fight that, the renegades will kill one or two of them. I mean, there's unless they break. But yeah, tying up the Shadowbow is just to keep that in place. But goodness me, that's 3 body-piercing units lined up right behind each other. That's absolute bloodbath if they get those shots in. Holy smokes! Oh, I guess that was from our jabs. Just look, it's nice when you've got like the golden forces fighting the silver forces of either Dol Amroth or Gondor, because you can sort of see it's just very pretty corpse field. Corpses shouldn't be pretty, but it's nice to see. Yeah, so this was very nasty for the men of Rhun, but yeah, now that we've got that body piercing fire coming in, it's got to get used on somebody. Renegades up here, Dornornal Swordsman kind of struggling there up against the Flag Rim. But we do have AP crashing against AP. Nice armor against nice armor. More Swordsmen crashing on forward as well. Getting some kills. Good. You don't want to get stabbed through with a mace. That cannot be pleasant. But that's all. That's all he's got. Is he attacking from here too? He is. Goodness me. You're just getting stuck in, Stu. Untitled Champions here. I'm surprised that we're not getting crossbow fire or ranger fire into this, or any sort of fire. And yeah, he's fighting Warius here too. Oh wow, yeah, sorry, he's coming in here as well. Let's zoom on in. Yeah, breaking around Tarnastian spears too. Looks like they're in shield wall too, just knocking these guys out a little bit. The dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan, I love them, but I mean, they don't have the damage output to really kill something like the Olokai, but they are a skilled infantry unit at the end of the day, so it's the best of the best. It's the best unit you can have thrown in there. And yeah, Tarnastian Spears, yeah, showing really, like, Stewie knows what's going to cause him the damage, so he's just busting through to get it. Even the pikemen are getting thrown in there. Demons has got them on guard mode, so they're not really fighting back. So slowly they're going to get whittled down by that. How are the Gondorians doing? Standing by. Yeah, it looks like the attack was repulsed again. Oh, Shadow Guard actually coming out and around. Do we have some archers? Yeah, shoot those guys in the back. Purple Riders. Yeah, get over there. Start blasting them. Purple Riders actually took some casualties here. Did we... I wonder what caused that. What's happening over here? No. Some guys routing here. I was just wondering if there was a hidden... Oh, damn, that's a 36. You'd hope they would fight to fewer men than that. But no, they are just militia. Some guys returning from routing there. Looks like the Purple Riders are going back home. Tintin's not got much left, but he's got his extremely good quality left. The Fountain Guard coming in through here would be lovely, but he doesn't want the Fountain Guard to get javelined or anything like that. So he wants to, or Temple Guard fire on them. So yeah, decent little strikes, but still, it's a lot of casualties for it. And now Warrius is going to be able to put more and more of a focus up against Stewie. Oh dear, that's a nasty little route there. Belfast Marines, you got some ammo? Do? Maybe if something charges out at them. What's this arc doing? Oh! Good shooting there. Yeah, Stewie's been on the ball with these shots. Yeah, so that's coming in from the right side. Still the good armor value against a human ranger. They're going to shrug off a lot of that damage, but, oh, you know, yeah. And as I say, you're not getting monster kills. You're doing pretty good with those rangers, and that's all you can hope for as an attacker. The camels chosen have been called forward here. Is this 2 units of camels chosen? Because there's a lot of yeah. There's 2 units of camels chosen there. Goodness me. Very tough for standard humans to just fight. Camels chosen can be like blown away by some of the much higher, well, the much more uber elites and so on, but yeah, up against general human infantry, they're tough to conquer, and that'll be it though. As nice as this has been, that's pretty much it on this attack. Coming out with the tribesmen. Yeah, if we can get some cycle charging in, if we can keep causing damage here, I think the defenders are getting a little bit too bold coming out at them. It's not that they're going to lose or anything like that, but it's that yeah, they're exposing themselves to more damage than they have to. How's the attack doing here? We have started to get stuck in properly now. The civvies from Beastie leading the way. Oh, damn. Right, we talked about this a lot. We talked about this a lot in the last free-for-all that I did. But units kind of glitching out in doorways in important places like this. The problem now is every time Beastie moves a troop through this gateway, they're immediately getting demoralized by a glitched out unit of routing infantry. So these Gondorian infantrymen just too scared, just latching onto the walls, not actually running back. It's the same's happening with these smart spears. I think the Nazgul are probably a big, they're very responsible for that. So it makes it very tough to push through. Axemen Lasanak are in amongst this blob. I was going to say that Olokai have picked a very good target here with the Gondorian spears and militia, but there are Axemen Lasanak, and as long as the Axemen Lasanak are kind of trying their best to target, yeah, you're seeing a few Axemen going for the Olokai, they'll bring those trolls down. The spearmen are going to really struggle. The spearmen will stand defiant for a while, but no, it's got to be the Axemen that are bringing them down with that AP and just high damage. There's some, yeah, Riddermark Axemen there too, getting thrown on in. Perfect. Very, very nice counter. So yeah, these Olokai are either going to get done in or they're going to have to be pulled back sometime soon. Still, he might just leave them, might just be a fire and forget thing. You know, with units like the Olokai and the Trolls of the White Hand, you want to get multiple uses out of them if you can. But with something like the Cave Trolls, like I often just describe Cave Trolls as fire and forget, because you do just, pick a fight for them, throw them in. You know they're not going to win, but they're going to be just this little burst of devastation. And that's all you really want from them. But yeah, a lot of troops standing their ground here, just waiting for what's going to come in at the end. Nothing still on this side of the river, though. We've not seen any Shield Maiden fire, have we? What you kind of want from the Shield Maidens, wherever they may be, because Shield Maidens do have a morale buffing effect. So yeah, they're there. Yeah, good. Even if your Shield Maidens are not getting shot, you want to have the Shield Maidens nearby the lines, just so they're... It's not a massive morale buffer. It's not like, the Hearthguard or anything silly like that. None of these Cardinal elites. But it helps. And it's good to have in a siege attack. Just press those ladies up. Everybody wants to impress the pretty girls. You certainly do. So it keeps the boys fighting a bit longer. Belfast Marines trying to hold out. If we just had a unit of cav, and I know they wouldn't charge out if there was a unit of cav. Oh my goodness me, imagine this. No, it's not going to happen, but imagine if this siege tower just went down. These Dornernal swordsmen, as they're running away, they're just like, nah, let's sabotage, just take the wheels out, bring it down, just kill those Flagrim on top. That would be a shame. Still fighting away out here, and yeah, more body piercing fire. More javelins coming in. Yeah, the boys have done well here. Still fighting all the way outside. I just don't know if I would have charged out. Oh wow, they're fighting the Fountain Guard outside on these. Oh, Ranger fire coming in too. Temple Guard, I guess, going to the Rangers, but you'd maybe want to go for that. Cut through. Then, Oh, because you're blasting through some of your own troops there. Not many, actually. No, not too many. Right, anyway, sorry. The reason that the defenders are charging out is to try and wipe these guys out so that they can entirely focus on the west side. The problem is, this is allowing the western attackers to just win back some of those casualties. And as I say, you know, you're giving the Fountain Guard a fight on flat ground. And they're halberds, they don't need super flat ground, but you know, you're giving it to them and it's gonna hurt. But that is allowing Warriors to kind of move the bulk of his forces over already. Interesting, I didn't see that happening. And yeah, we're seeing percentages starting to climb back. The attackers are still down, but that's expected. You know, you're okay with that. Templar Executioners thrown on in. I like how, you know, the Mordor defenders have been quite bold with their elites, but you need to as a Mordor army. Your orcs and uruks, they ain't gonna cut it. You gotta get those spiritual fighters of the Nazgul and also the Black Numenorians involved as quickly and frequently as possible. It's yeah, you know, just to keep your boys together and really to deal the damage while the uruks just die and slash down the chaff. We got another push here, but you're seeing these guys wavering. It's a 96-man unit, and I think a big part of that was, again, it's the Nazgul that are very scary, but a big part of that is just these glitched out routing units that are just here. You know, it's tough to really attack an enemy when you've got your buddy that you were trained alongside screaming about how all of his friends were just massacred. You know, it's not the nicest situation to run on into. Renamark spears arriving now. We've got some body piercing fire. Looks like body piercing fire. Yeah, shadow bows. Coming over from demons, he's seeing that he doesn't need to have as much of a focus against all Amroth, but coming through Gondorian troops, as I say, low damage, non-armor piercing, but like this is what you shoot into, but it's not going to be doing as much devastation as Rangers did, you know, a while ago in the previous version. Camel's Chosen did actually end up a bit bloodied there. We've got this situation under control now. A lot of golden boys just chasing away what's left of Dol Amroth. It's a good idea to run here, just because you're keeping demons' forces away, you're tiring them out. By the time they finally get back into the center to fight up against your eastern allies, they're going to be exhausted. No, I like it. Better than just, you know, dying. Fountain Guard still battling out with the Minas Morgul Chosen. Over here, Templar Guard running on in. The Ithilien Rangers sort of locked in guard mode, which I think is a decent idea, but it's such a small unit that it's just been smashing through them, and maybe had they just all fought them in melee right at the start, they could have killed them all. But yeah, nah, it's too late for that now, of course. Temple Guard battling up against the Fountain Guard are battling against the Temple Guard here, and this is probably a fight that the Fountain Guard will win. Even though the Temple Guard are bodyguard, they're too hip. Oh, General here. Nimlothian Honor Guard are still kicking about. And that's an AP. You know, his melee there is AP because he was part of an AP unit. He might, you know, he's very possibly going to rack up a kill or two up against these Temple Guard, but he's very bloodied already, and he is doing a 2, possibly a 3v1 shortly. He's pushing a bit too deep there. If he kept this as 1v1s, he might have been alright. Where are the rest of his Nimlothian Honor Guard, though? They're just worked in amongst that force. Yeah, it's very brave of him, taking on 4 Temple Guards so that his buddies don't have to, but damn, if you go down, the Temple Guard aren't locked morale, they're not unstoppable. The Ithilien Rangers are sorted there, they're all dead. Wonders and Emmerdale still running. We're at captains coming around, yeah, so quickly we're going to see these troops, the drummers there from Warius. All of these guys don't need to be here. You can bring them a little bit closer to the center. Not that they're too far away anyway. And this is going to make things very unpleasant for the attackers from the east. Because yeah, more body piercing fire coming in. Lucky for them, a fair bit of it has already been used up, so they're just trying to soak up what's left of it. Javelins coming on in. But again, as long as those Gondorians lead the way with their good armor, with their heavy shield, they should be okay. Ravenhelm's coming on forward now. No heavy shield for them. Shield Maidens, archers trying to find their mark. Actually getting some good fire. I was going to say, it's tricky when you're coming in from the east to make use of your archers, but they're racking up some kills here. And, yeah, limiting the damage that these guys are going to be able to do. Not really taking out their ammunition, of course, but at the end of the day, yeah, killing off some half-decent swordsmen. These guys are rangers in melee after, so why not take them out? If you can get some shots through into the crossbows, that would be even better. I wouldn't kill them as fast. We've got the troll catapult here. That's not really been letting off any damage as well, so that's going to be very frightening. And the trolls on top, well, trolls in control. I don't want to say in command of it. Trolls being in command of anything seems a little bit far-fetched. But the trolls that are in control of that catapult are going to be a menace as well. Over here, the attack is crashing away, but again, it's maybe the lack of elites that we have here. You know, it's just that we've got so many elites on the attacking side. We've got the Nazgul, we've got the Temple Executioners. I'd love to see something, you know, some bodyguard unit kind of work their way into here, but there's not actually that many bodyguard units in the attacking forces. They've kind of just relied on their, you know, mid-tier and upper mid-tier units, which that's what the Western Kingdoms of Men, you know, they're good at. Their upper mid-tier is able to go toe-to-toe with most things, but when you're really up against the Temple Executioners, it changes things. Some Pelargir Marines trying to hold back the Flag Rim, and some of these Orc Chavies too. But the Gondorian infantry breaking there. A little holdout. The Wanderers of Nimrodel have made it over here to the support of their Fountain Guard allies, and to be honest, I think we might be okay. It's what? Fountain Guard, we've still got the General, we've still got 40 Nimlothian Honor Guard. Oh, Nazgul. Oh, but, I mean, dude, if we could kill off those Nazgul, the Fountain Guard, to be honest, if the Fountain Guard can go toe-to-toe with the Nazgul, and the Nimlothian Honor Guard as well, depending on how bloodied up the Nazgul are, seeing a few of them a bit dirty, a bit bloody, so turn, face them, good, get a little counter charge in. As long as these boys don't break. Oh god, that was a lot of them that just went down. Or 3 of them, but that is quite a lot for Nimlothian Honor Guard. So it looks like, yeah, they are just dedicated to wiping out these guys, which is fair enough. They put a lot of resources into doing it, so why not try and finish it off? And when these Flag Rim get around them, it's going to be not good. Sauron's Well, yeah, backstabbing. Oh dear. They might, if they kill off the, oh no, Uruk Captain's coming in too. AP and melee too. Now that the Fountain Guard are getting a bit bundled up, it's not going to be pretty. I like this, so even if they had a little bit of ammunition left, just pulling out your swords, getting a melee, kill these guys off, so that then you can focus on shooting fully, but when the Shadow Guard get in there, it's going to change things. Oh dear. I like that little saga outside. It's, oh. So again, yeah, announcer got a little bit confused. That's not our general, that's our allies' general. He couldn't have lasted forever, and he did. You know, I mean, dude took out a lot of Temple Guard. So, you know, suddenly, you know, the Nazgul come up. Yeah, he's not going to last too long. Armor-piercing swords from those Nazgul, just mystically slicing through. How are these Nazgul getting on? I'm trying to find him, but no. If I zoom in a little bit closer, Nazgul, come on, where are you? Unless that's the general and he was part of an Orc Javi unit, I'm not getting him. Yeah, it's a lot of breaks there. Again, still, it's sort of the case that you prefer the defenders to kill off your routing units just to get rid of that debuff. But a quick little charge. Oh no, that's not a charge. That's them trying to break into the enemy lines. Unfortunately, that was a 53-man unit of 53 Axemen of Losanak. Unfortunately, breaking there. That's not good. What do we have? Still Gondorian archers firing on in. I like that we've not gone for too many archer units because you can't really use them too well. Yeah, this Gondorian cavalry unit from Beastie, I don't know if they'll really be able to do too much, you know, later on, but we've not spent too much money getting it, so that's really not too bad. And just had he been deployed on the other side, it's not a bad idea to have. I always do like to grab a unit of melee cavalry when I'm on the attack, depending on the map, of course, but I do like to have a unit of melee cavalry. And but if I know that my allies are doing it, if I know my allies are really investing quite a lot in cavalry, I won't. Like if I knew I had Rohan on the field, I would maybe have had a chat with Morris and said, hey Morris, do you want to take a unit for the mark skirms? But at the same time, you don't know where you're going to be deployed. You don't know if Morris is going to be over here and you're going to be in the west. So yeah, I do need to have a think. Because, like, you can work out where you're actually going to be spawning. I just don't know how to do it. So these are high damage axes there. Oh, some of them are actually coming into the halberds. I was going to say, a lot of it is going into the Minas Morgul Chosen. Goodness, shush, announcer, please. Thank you very much. But yeah. So a lot of it's not going to be getting in. Ah, dear, yeah. Once the Uruk captains and the Nazgul really got to work, it was over. But they caused a lot of damage here at the end. 72 for 60, that's a little bit of a dicey situation as an attacker to be in at this point then. Because once you get over that 60%, you want to be close. Like in the beginning, you can still happily win. Even if you're down like 15%, you can happily win, as long as it's kind of that initial 15%. But the later on it goes, the more dicey it's going to get. But saying that, how are we doing with... There's still these shadow bows, these javies still have some ammo. Oi. Still got some nasty units in Nazgul. That catapult's still got some ammunition, yet you're seeing a lot of burning going on there. This is worrying. Let's go to 1x speed. I think we're okay now. Now that the fighting is really concentrated over here in this area. A lot of corpses, which of course they add to a little bit of frame rate stutter, but it is what it is. Warns the White Tower there from Womb Raider. Of course, they should be getting a two-handed sword in the next patch. It's gonna be sad to see them go, but or see them change, of course. But when they do receive that two-handed sword, they're still gonna have that shield value. So I think they will be like the tankiest unit of sword masters in the game. Which yeah, I'm excited for sure, because great armor value. Be like the the LSR Vanguard again. Helmshammer, speaking of very tanky units, the Helmshammer's coming on in. Looks like they're just sort of walking on through, but nice, powerful unit to push. Guards of Osgiliath hoping to retake their city, of course, too. And again, really flat ground in this area, so pikes are going to be really useful. Up against the Gamp Brim, who are halberdiers, too. Yeah, there's no pikes on the defense today. Yep, so they are just going to be able to walk on through, start piking down these Gamp Brim and the halberds. Backed up by the heavy Helmshammers. Helmshammers taking a little bit of javelin fire, but they'll shrug that off with their massive shields. And still, it's, they benefit half of their armor value when it comes to a javelin. So if your armor value is massive, you're still going to benefit a lot. Shield Maidens out of ammunition coming on forward now, providing that morale buffer to the Helmshammers. Wait, are these Middle Guard in there too? No, that's just Westmark Infantry. Yeah, I'm seeing... Are you sure? Yeah, no, you're just Westmark Infantry. They've got very similar capes and so on. But still, not easy to be beaten down. Camel's Chosen, though, should be capable. Temple Guard firing on through to these waiting attacking forces. Pilgrim Marines coming around. What we got here? Shield Maidens standing by. Marksmen trying to find their shots. Looks like we're not coming through here. I say, I think with these glitched out units, it's a bit scary. Oh dear, that's a bit grim. This one Minas Morgul Chosen, which is going around executing the wounded and cowering Gondorian soldiers. But yeah, if the Marksman and Carrier Andros can just shoot right through here, just start picking away. At this point, even no matter who they're shooting at, I'd probably take it, If you can just shoot the catapult crew, that'd be nice. Just start whittling down through their number. They're quite fragile, not heavily armored, like the Olakai or anything. Yeah, and we're seeing more of these defending forces moving back toward the center now to regather up for the for the final sort of attacks. Gondorians, Nimlothian Honor Guard. Okay, so we're starting to see a lot more of these elite units arriving here, which is going to be tricky for the defenders to deal with, because the defenders have been using their elites quite freely for a long time now. The Troll Drummers just intimidating everybody. Defeat seems certain for the boys there, but that's not going to be for too long. We've got javelins, I think, from the Pilgrim Marines coming up and over, and it seems to be landing. When you've got such a big enemy blob like this, you can generally rely on doing that, but you just got to worry about some javelins hitting your own guys, whereas the defenders have a much better shot into the attacking forces. But still, as I've said a few times now, Gondorians, they can grind, they can just take your beating. Oh, goodness me, yeah, we're seeing a lot of power here. What have we got for elites? I guess the Camel's Chosen are in here, but the Camel's Chosen are not going to want to fight the Lothian Honor
Our
Guard
enemy has command of the castle.
with that AP. Yes, the enemy has command of the castle. Thanks, announcer. Jeez, the announcer, sometimes he really does drop the ball. What are these guys doing over here? There's some routing for... Oh, yeah, they're routing, but they're bumping into the river there. They can't get away. Yeah, that river goes all the way along it, doesn't it? Oh dear, folks. River's not actually there in lore, of course. I don't... Yeah, nope, definitely not. We crossed the Anduin here, so that's it. Catapult coming over here to do some damage, so we're gonna have to bust this open sooner or later, but yeah, because if we start taking catapult shots, it's gonna be very messy, very fast. We've got an easier path to push through. Yeah, the shield maidens are spotting that, coming around through here. Cutting your way through Orc Javis is a lot easier than cutting your way through a Loki Gamp Rim line. Captain of the Gamp Rim arriving there, very bloodied, very small unit of Gamp Rim. He's only like 4 of his boys left. 2 Nazgul arriving from Warius. Wow, that was worse for the... That was a lot worse for the Nazgul than I thought it would be. Pulling back. Why are they pulling back? I guess so the Shadowbows have a better shot? It's like you're pulling back from Witcher fire there, though. Goodness me, yeah, they're gaining some ground, but they need to keep pushing. They need to keep gaining from it. The Nazgul are there again, providing that sort of debuff and slicing. Yeah, it's quite a debuff when somebody slices your guys right open. But yeah, really, yeah, Womb Raider advancing here, really just spreading this defense open. Crossbows, though, that's out of ammunition. Okay, that's a bit of a game changer, because I was thinking that was the only reason they could have been spreading out, was just so that something like that could shoot in. I guess Medexa just wanted to, or whoever that might have been. Yeah, no, that was Medexa. I guess he just wanted to like drag them out so that they could attack them from all sides rather than just getting bundled up together and overpowered. Oh, some Nahrim coming on in there and to engage in melee. Marksman Kirandros wavering. If the Gondorians don't break, and the Rohirrim too. If the Gondorians and Rohirrim don't break, oh no, that was dearie me. Then this is going to go very well for them. That was about as bad for the attackers as it was defenders, but it has broken the attacking spirit for a little bit, and it's moved that troll catapult over there. Over here, it seems to be back in the defenders' favour. Looks like they probably, yeah, we've got the General of Rohan, who's in amongst the Helm's Hammers. Where are those javelins coming from? Oh, Shadowbows. Wow, I've never actually seen that get used. That's brutal. This little passageway. They've just used up all of their ammunition, but holy smokes. And that's coming in from the right side of the attack too. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's very menacing. So that's really blunted that section. And we really sent in a lot of elite units there. Westmark Marshals, 87 of them. They're good quality, but they're not bodyguards.
The enemy is no longer in command.
I don't know what we got here. No, that's us really. Medicine Guard. Okay, I'm warning us the White Tower. We've still got some power, some real power that can come in later. How did those go? Not too bad. Not good, but not too bad. Could have been a lot worse for the defenders. Scion Rim holding the line quite nicely. Again, wavering across the front line. Fountain Guard coming in. If those Axemen hold until the Fountain Guard are properly set up. Oh, this was probably the reason as well. Let them push out so that we can shoot them to pieces. But we've got control of that gate now. Would I? I know it's risky. I'd be really tempted to like rush something up there to fight those Temple Guard. Like I would like to, oh, Ravenhelms. Yeah, I would send the Ravenhelms if I had them, but I would have been sending Shield Maidens too. Yeah, good stuff, Shield Maidens. They won't win that engagement, but or they have got no intention of fighting the Temple Guard. I love that. Just like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to fight you, but you know, my big axe is going to do faster damage than your armor-piercing arrow. So fair. Good stuff, girls. Over here, we've got Morris striking in with his Westmark Marshals. The Lothian Honor Guard still standing. Oh, we got some, yeah, some pretty chaotic fighting as these troops have been running through there. Yeah, no, it looks very nice. Oh, the general. Wind Raider's general trying to barrel his way through. It does look like it's going in favour of the... Oh, no, they're saying defeat is certain. I was going to say it's going in favour of the defenders just from seeing troops drop. Can't rely on always on what it's saying to you, though. I've had situations where people are saying that this is a victory is certain. It's like, no, you're kind of struggling there. But no, because it's just based on the here and now, not really the full situation. Right, Temple Guard have been tasked with coming in to try and deal with the Shield Maidens. Shield Maidens are ignoring them. Temple Guard look like they probably used up their ammunition. Shield Maidens still just rattling axes on in. Even though they're hitting the front of the line, it's just getting those axes used up is their goal here. And then they can just try to fight the Temple Guard. They'll lose, but yeah, okay, that's going not too bad for them. Quite accurate fire. In time, we'll be able to maybe get a backstab. Midasylth Guard might be able to run on in, backstab the Temple Guard. A few javelins coming in from the Midasylth Guard, but don't quite know what they're going for. Warden the White Tower up against the Camel's Chosen. That's a nice little 1v1. Both very bloodied. I don't know who's going to take that. Well, yeah, it could be either of them. We've got quite similar stats, really, but considering how much we've seen the Camel's Chosen get involved with, I would expect it's probably the Warden the White Tower. A quick little backstab from this routing Gondorian infantryman. Nobody's told him. Nobody's told him that his unit's routing. He's stuck in there still. He wants to get one final Camel's Chosen kill under his belt before he tries to bolt off the field. Never seen that. People, like, usually they're either fighting to the death or they're running, you know, but that guy was broken and he was still swinging away at the back of that guy. So he probably isn't doing any damage. He probably has still had the debuffs to his actual strength. Gondorian archers, heavily armoured. Looks like Wind Raider's trying to get... You can't run through that, by the way, in case you're wondering. That is blocked to you, as is this area. You can't just... You can still shoot through that, but you can't run through it. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, getting them up top there, getting some shots down, start using the enemy's walls against them. Defenders, really, they have lost the walls here pretty substantially now. Well, over there, the Temple Guard are still holding on to them for dear life. Shield Maiden is now able to fully focus on trying to protect themselves, but no, they're dedicated. Well, you know, they're primarily ranged units, but they do have some melee stats. So I always do give them that melee buff as well, because I like them to be near the fighting. I like them to be able to look after themselves a little bit. But it'd be great if we could get a little backstab in there with something in melee. There's nothing more in reserve, though. So unless we wanted to pull something away or send these Midasylth Guard up, that would be that. But I would just worry about... Ooh, ouch. I would worry about a backstab. So I would be... If it was me... Oh, dear me, boys. At least they came back from being glitched, but now they're just going to run right into the enemy lines and bolt away again. Maybe cause our troops to bloom and rout, because that debuff is coming in right behind them. I would be tempted to get these Midasylth Guard in there to fight the Temple Guard. Now, you might end up taking a troll catapult shot, but I think it would be worth it. Just try and win this, and then you can get your javelins spent a lot more effectively than what's happening right now with them. I don't know. Still battling on through this. Westmark Marshals cracking on down. It's the Uruk Captains that are the threat here. Again, that armor piercing, and there's not really any remaining bodyguards to hold out. Gondorian archers look like they used up their ammo. They might run over here and get a quick backstab into the Temple Guard, but that's not going to do much. That's just going to extend the... Oh no, they got ammo. I'd be tempted to get over here and then shoot the Temple Guard, maybe. That might be what he's thinking. Would be a good shout. Over on this section. What are we at here now? 94 for 93, holy smokes. We are slightly down, but not by much at all. Oh, that's some breaking. A lot of these guys are just fighting to the death, so they're not actually doing any damage, but they're still taking a hit now and again. You know, they're still there, they're still present. It's like having an orc fodder unit, but instead you just got a really scared guy fighting side by side, well, at your side, who might just take the hit instead of you. Rangewrath crossbow's almost gone. Yeah, again, you're just seeing this, like, even though the enemy does have a few elites spread out amongst their forces, it's just this high tier middle ground units. Gondor, it's just too much for them.
Our men have slain the
Right, that's an enemy general down. That's going to be a bit... That's definitely going to shake some shoes, but... Ah, yes, this was the plan. Just get... Oh, goodness me, it's been a while since I've seen this. We get 2 at once. Goodness me, boys. Very nice. Very elegant moves. Very intimidating. So yeah, just firing some arrows in. What are we going for here? Yeah, they're firing down, I think, just into the enemy lines in front of them. I would probably shoot directly into the Temple Guard myself. But yeah, those Temple Guard are going to make their way through these orc archers, those Gondorian archers. Yeah, no armor upgrade for the boys. So they are going to go down pretty quick. Good as me, defeat is certain. They obviously don't think so. Even with the Camel's Chosen there, they're pretty intimidated. This captain, not too sure. Yeah, no, he's going to pull them back, but that might not... No, they're okay. I thought they were going to break if they pulled back. How's the front line holding here? Flagrim's starting to get overwhelmed by the Gondorian archers. There's still 12 Nimlothian Honor Guard there up against the 25 Uruk captains. The Uruk captains should still take that. But I guess it's the Westmark Marshals, who are a damn good unit. 3 Orc Javelins getting sent on into melee. These 6 men breaking. Anything more in reserve? There's still these... Oh, ouch. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you gotta be scared about that. The Temple Guard are engaging now. They've run on down into this main line. Instead of fighting them, we're rushing for the catapult. Now, if that catapult gets a shot into the Medicel Guard, which this one's written... No. No. Are they going to get one? I don't think they are. No, they stopped them. These trolls are not very good. You know, they're there, but up against something like the Medicel Guard, they will die very quick. Yeah. We've got some backstabs coming in, but yeah, they're running away. I think running away is maybe a good idea, but at the same time, these Medicel Guard will just sit and guard your... They're happy enough to fight the Temple Guard here. No, see, I wouldn't chase them. Don't chase them. Just stay here, because they can't use the catapult. Oh god, we died very fast, didn't we? I guess a few of them were still in the back there fighting against these Temple Guard. And what was left? Okay, the defenders actually won here, or they're in the process of winning. Not quite done it yet. Whereas in the center attack is where the attackers won. I really would have put money on the attackers winning there and the defenders winning here. So we're making a push. Gondorian archers from Womb Raider. These were the guys that were battling away with the Temple Guard. We need to silence that catapult. We really need to silence that catapult. Some Orc Javis standing by at the back. Some guys that did route properly. Yeah, okay, we are pushing up. The Troll Catapult crew trying to save their catapults. The Medicel Guard fighting bravely to try and keep control of them so they don't end up pounding away at their allies. These Wardens of the White Tower are making their way on forward, but too slowly, perhaps. Gondorian archers firing away. Yeah, that's probably the best thing for them. Goodness me, this is quite chaotic. I should probably zoom in. See what's what. Oh, catapult. Yeah, he's really trying to save this. If Warius gets this catapult and he's able to pull it away from the action, it's very worrying for the attackers. Billion Rangers firing on in. Yeah, getting cut down by the Orc captains now, unfortunately. And yeah, so they've regained control. The Wardens of the White Tower running away. Don't know, like, I guess they can... They don't have to do that. They can push around to the centre, which is what they're doing here. Maybe that's for the best, yeah. Because now they've retaken the catapult, don't. Or, yeah, you've been caught, so he's going to fight. And if they do want to do a slam dunk... Oh, no, he's not. I would be tempted to just take that fight, but I didn't expect him to actually get away. I thought they would be able to chase him down still. Especially being tired versus warmed up. So the main attack here. Westmark Marshals into the Orc Javis. Flanking around them, just bust those guys up as quick as you can. You can start that countdown. Be very rare, like we almost never see sieges come down to a countdown. So that would be quite interesting. slicing through them. And it wasn't like it's by no means would be a snake grab or anything like that. It'd be, I think it would be well deserved. So if these Wardens of the White Tower want to just try and hold the attention here, maybe, even though they're not going to win. Few Nemolathian Honor Guard there fighting out with Scion Rim. A lot of skilled spearmen going toe to toe. A few crossbowmen there too. And a Camel's Chosen. Such a hodgepodge all together here to try and battle these Nemolathian Honor Guard. 1 Minas Morgul Chosen. Goodness sake. Oh wow, they did it. Okay, that's something. 8 Uruk captains there. Gondorian archers firing away into the Uruk captains. Uruk captains have a choice of either going down here or going to the center. We're going to go to the center. If they make contact before... Right, we need to keep these guys in the center now because we've started that countdown now. So you need to make sure that something's always staying in there. The Westmark Marshals look like they're going to intercept them before they get in the middle. Because, yeah, once the enemy start to push troops in there, it's over. Shadowbows coming in. Gondorian archers just pulling these guys away. Just doing some damage to them as they do. That's the general of Medexa, but Medexa's forces don't have to really worry about that anymore. There's not much left. What do we have here? How the heck did this happen? Wardens of the White Tower have managed to get in there, but that means the Temple Guard went somewhere else. Where did they go? Ah, they're over here. Wow, the Temple Guard moved fast. Yeah, oh dear, that Temple Guard power is going to be too much. Still 38 of them. Still, oh, there's one Uruk captain. That's just being a pain. Looks like they're going to go for a quick counter charge here into the Temple Guard. Oh, wavering though, and that wasn't a great charge. Still some crossbows there. Wardens of the White Tower need to move. They are coming in. What about these? Oh no, they're broken. What about the archers? The archers over here, they were still slamming shots into the Uruk captains. Captain the Gondorian archers there. He's been through quite a lot trying to do the best with his troops. But no, that's him surrounded now. Gondorian archers here broken too. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, Wardens of the White Tower coming in now, but outnumbered by Temple Guard with some trolls there too. Like, they still have a high attack value, they're just not... They've got terrible defensive values. So... Moved in for a charge. They should win that, but getting backstabbed by Flag Rim is going to be a bit too much.
Our men no longer command
And then the trolls coming in as well at the end is going to be... It's going to overwhelm them, I think. Unless we've got some other ace in the hole. These guys going to be able to bring down a troll. That would be a lovely end for their spree. Whoa, Gondor! Oh, these guys managed to get away. But are they out of ammo? I think they're out of ammo, yeah. Oh, I thought Gondorian archers still held their bows. Maybe they do on the higher armor value? I don't know. Might be confusing them with somebody else. Quick little charge in there. Few little swings. Just keep the trolls busy. How's it going here? 20. Oh, it's still 32. Still 32 Temple Guard. I really thought the Wardens had that. They should still win. A few of them are just getting battered up by the Flag Rim. Oh, wow. I really thought the Wardens of the White Tower would have that much more in their favour. Troll Catapult crew down to 5. Ah, that's them down. Wardens of the White Tower might end up bolting here, especially after a troll rush. Goodness me, this was quite close. That was good. As I say, I really had those had those 4 Nemolathian Honor Guard fought to the end, which was possible. I genuinely think this could have changed sides for sure. You know, like something that small, I think could have had that. Maybe not. But like, see, because if they had just killed everything that was around them, I think in a longer fight, maybe I need to look at the stats. But like, yeah, because those Wardens got really dumpstered by the Temple Guard. But yeah, I would have thought it would have gone much more in the favor of the Wardens. But no, thank you for that one. That was really awesome, Beastie. I really enjoyed that one. But no, I'm trying to think anything else that... It was the early stuff with the Cav really messed up Tintin. It was good that Tintin kept his, like, he kind of refocused himself. The early attacks didn't go too great for him. But they just went with the flow. They did what they could. Both him and Dol Amroth. Him and Steffi? No, not Steffi. Shoot, I can't remember his name. Sorry about that. Yeah, they did their best. And it was good that the Western attackers didn't just charge wildly and get themselves rinsed by body-piercing fire and by catapult fire and so on. They took their time. They knew that, you know, just let them do what they want over there in the West. We'll come in and just try and overwhelm them after. But 99 is, yeah, pretty damn close. Goodness me, yeah, celebrating their flag round, fair enough. Super. Okay, let's have a quick zoom down through. Oh, goodness, yeah, of course we'll get quite a lot of them here. Honor Guard there, very nice. Yeah, you can see some of these guys that were just like battered down by cavalry. Gondorian archers as well. Infantry, you know, it's a shame to see that. You know, they really should have done a bit better. But it was just because I think we tried to attack from too many places at once. We didn't, so people got a bit scared. They got a bit intimidated and they routed far earlier than they should have. Axemen, yeah, as well. But the Fountain Guard doing, yeah, God's work, as they always do. Beastie himself in Nimlothian Honor Guard, very nice. Quite a few kills from them. Some kind of unfortunate. Yeah, a lot of people just routing. Yeah, you can see all these people taking prisoner. It's a damn shame. I really wish, yeah, I wish people didn't get stuck when they were routing, because it does make attacking a lot more tricky sometimes. But yeah, Gondorian Cav, oh, I didn't even see them get used. To be honest, had those Gondorian Cav been saved until the very end, we could have seen something really nasty with them. At this stage, coming in and out of those Temple Guard maybe, but I think perhaps they were just used to try and make a burst somewhere, or they were caught out somewhere. I don't quite know what happened to them. Perhaps Beastie won't remember, but this was a long time ago. And both civilian units really doing... I mean, you're never going to get much from civilians, but I'm surprised at 1 kill each from the civilians. But I guess what they had to fight right at the start was probably something quite nasty. Wardens there. Again, Wardens of the White Tower doing quite nicely. Ithilien Rangers, yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but you know, you can't expect too much from them as they attack. You just might not have an opportunity presented to you. Fountain Guard, yeah, very nice. I would always want 2 units of Fountain Guard if I can get them. Like, I'd probably prefer a Fountain Guard over a Warden of White Tower. Even, you know, the Wardens of White Tower have been out killing, but yeah. And then nice from the Raven helps too. So yeah, super duper. Medex, of course, really had a lot of nasties fronting up on him. Stewie, that was the name. And it was good that he was able to just kind of focus on that while Demons and Warius did their own little 1v1s and then came back and backed him up. I think everybody's army composition was good, both attackers and defenders. I think everybody was clever, but these are smart guys. So I don't recognize Demons, and I don't actually recognize Warius either, unfortunately, but obviously they know what they're up to. So thanks guys, and I will see you later.